mark 4, 5 and 6 I won't get to them, but I'll have a look at that. A type 2. Does anyone use visual tools for learning? Thinking maps or other visual tools, not necessarily mind maps. Moving on from mind maps to other simple visual tools that help structure children's thinking. Okay, you will recognise them, because they're the sorts of things that you probably use all of the time, but you may not have heard the phrase visual tools or thinking maps. But I'm going to get you to use one right now. And what I'm going to get you to do, based on the picture there of Lady and the tramp, is to use something called a bubble map. Now, a bubble map is just a very, very simple way of describing something. Okay? But it's a really, really important thinking skill. The task is all part of developing children's ability to think. Just being able to describe something is a really, really important thinking skill. And the better children are describing anything, the more their thinking develops. So a bubble map is one of those things you would have seen, maybe I've heard it called a bubble map, where what I'd like you to do, this is made for paper or use your own pads, it doesn't matter, is to write either the word tramp or the word lady. Let's just write tramp. In the middle of a piece of paper. You can use half of one of the A4 sheets, you don't have to use all of the paper. Circle around it, and then just try to think of 4, 5 adjectives to describe tramp. Adjectives or short adjectival phrases. Okay, so this is about describing, so not words like dog, which is noun, descriptive words, because you need to get children to think about how to describe something.
Any tramp or that tramp?
This tramp or this lady. Unless you really, really feel that that's interesting, actually, interpreting that as any tramp. If you really want to, please do. So this is moving into a type 2 problem, because again, it's all sort of clearly defined. You're selecting the adjectives in the descriptive words you're going to use. There is a correct answer, because you know who you're describing. But it could be King Lear and Macbeth. It could be rivers and lakes. It could be anything, because as with tasks, these visual tools of thinking cut across all areas of the curriculum. But very simply, what I'd like you to do is to combine, do a new map, work with a pair or as a table, and you'll have a bubble map, and I suggest using different colours with people because it helps. A bubble for tramp, a bubble for lady. Here you will have 2 or 3 words that describe lady. Here you'll have 2 or 3 words that describe tramp. And then in another colour, you will have some descriptive words that describe both tramp and lady. Okay? So I'll get you to do that as a table or in pairs.
Practical teacher observation checklist. At the same time, can I draw your attention to the heading several pages before that, which says Assessing My Project. Now this was developed, I'm not going to go through it today, but I'd like you to have a look and to think about it. This was developed with upper Key Stage 1 and Key Stage 2 children. We were working with them on self-assessment, and we said, well, how can we assess what we did when we did a gather and organise? How can we assess what we did when we did an identify? So this has come from the children themselves. Now, admittedly, it was led by the brightest, and we tone it down and we simplify it when we're working for those who need more support. So let's go back again now to assessment criteria on that last but one page. Practical teacher observation checklist. Now, may I ask you to take that page out of the book? You need only take one, so you can have the others photocopying in your school. Take one out and plonk it in the middle of another flip chart.